Hi there, ladies and gentlemen. This is Gabriel Joseph, and I am the purpose-driven producer. And I'd like to just share with you something that I learned from church today. And it's something that has been on my mind for quite a while. And I just heard an analogy that I thought was so fitting. And it really kind of made me think through those things that I've been thinking about for the last little while. So with that being said, it kind of works like this, right? How do you know the age of a tree? And you're probably thinking, I don't know. And most of you are probably thinking, I know, you count the rings. And that's absolutely correct. You do count the rings. Well, what do the rings symbolize? Well, and not just symbolize, I mean, what are those rings? They're physical representations of growing seasons within the lifespan of that tree. And some of those rings are fat, and some of those rings are really thin. Now, what does that symbolize? Yes, of course, it symbolizes whether that tree was able to thrive that particular year, the optimal growing conditions, the right temperatures, good water, good nutrients, etc. Right? It didn't have to struggle. And then the thin or the skinny rings represented times of scarcity or lack or famine in the life of that tree, where it had to pull back and actually say, okay, look, my purpose is to survive and it's to grow, and you're right, that's what nature does. And so what it does is it pulls all back on anything except for the survival of that tree. So the fruit isn't produced quite as much, and it certainly isn't produced as sweet. There's just not a lot of growth in the branches, etc., etc. So it really kind of pulls back. And I was thinking about that analogy as an analogy for life. And it is very, very true. Because what happened in my life when I lost everything, right? I was experiencing an amazing time of abundance, an amazing prosperity. And then, poof, everything was gone. And it really threw me into about a 2.5 year span so far of, man, this sucks. And it's hard to deal with all of the things that are coming through, right? For everybody, the turbulence or that life experience is different, right? For me, it was a financial distress that caused a lot of physical, emotional, and spiritual distress as well. At the same time, my mother passed away. And so for me, again, that was another huge emotional turmoil that happened in my life. But like I say, your turmoil, your turbulence, whatever the experience is uniquely yours. But what happens is it throws us into the scarcity or it throws us back into this survival mode. And I'm grateful for it, because what happens is with the tree, right, it can, instead of producing all of these life functions, it really scales back and it simplifies. It says, okay, I will just make it to next year, and next year hopefully it'll be better. And right, I mean, I'm casting my own thoughts on an inanimate object, and I guess it's not inanimate. Like a tree, I'm looking out my window right now. A tree is not inanimate; it's living. It's an amazing organism, but nevertheless, it knows how to survive. But again, that's kind of how it was in my life as well, right? And it gave me a really good opportunity to just get very focused and clear on my relationship with God, my relationship with my family, my relationship with my fellow beings, my fellow man, my brothers, my sisters, my family, my friends, those individuals, and kind of really focus in on how should I treat people. And then it also gave me the opportunity to get clear with the relationship that I had with me, right? Getting to know myself. And I think, unfortunately, what happens is there are too many people that hate themselves. They really do. They criticize themselves all day long until that criticism and that nitpicking gets to be just an absolute self-hatred. And they don't like who they are. They don't like what they stand for. They don't think that they have anything to offer to the world. And unfortunately, that's a lie, because you are powerful. You are infinitely powerful. You have complete capacity as a creator in your own life as well as in the life of other people. And you have so much to offer. And for this, all of these things that I just said, I know those things, but for a time in my life, I doubted and I forgot until I woke up. And again, this experience of surviving has brought me back to basics in all of those different areas. And for that, I'm thankful for it. And I think if you take a look at your life in the times of stress and the times of turmoil and all of that stuff, if you'll appreciate it for what it is and understand it for what it is, which is a time for you to get really focused and narrow in on the things that are important, it can be an amazing experience for you in your life, so that when that time in your life is over with and you're ready to get back out there and be an amazing producer of value and a creator of value for other individuals, that it will just be magnified at that period, and you'll have another epic growing season in your life. So it is. Anyways, that's just my thought. I wanted to share it with you. Hope it made sense. Hope it created value in your life. I know that in my life, again, it has been very valuable for me to learn these lessons. And as a purpose-driven producer, I really feel that the whole reason for getting very clear on all of these things is to find that purpose within, right? That life calling that I have, that soul purpose that I feel, so that I can go out and I can really help individuals in the area that I want to. So, got a call, got to go. Gabriel Joseph here. I am the purpose-driven producer. Take care.